Hello, students, and welcome to our challenge, PowerPoint challenge number 3. And for this challenge, we're going to create a Jeopardy that we're going to be able to play in class. So I'm showing you a really quick example of what it's going to look, and I'm going to guide you through what we need to do. And if you know how Jeopardy works, you have different categories, and with every category has 5 questions, and each question is worth several points. So let's say that I want to do Harry Potter for 800. So when we get this working, this is what's going to happen. Once we finish, you'll be able to click on the number 100 and it's going to take you to the question that is worth 100. So that question is, what is the name of Fred and George's joke shop? And then if you guess correctly, then you win the 100 points. If you don't, then you don't get anything. So that's what we're going to be doing on this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open a blank presentation, and we don't need this click to add title. So just click on it and then backspace. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add 2 blank slides. Now on the first one, we're going to add an image, just like we have here, an image that says Jeopardy. And I'm going to show you how to do that. This is a new way that we're going to learn. So up here on the Insert tab, just click on Insert. You're going to find Pictures. Click on Pictures. And now it's going to ask you, where do you want to get the picture from? So you could say this device, stock images, online pictures, etc. So click on Online Pictures. Now it's going to give you all these options, but you can just click here and then just type Jeopardy. And it's gonna give you a lot of different options. So I'm just gonna pick the one that looks the best, which is this one. So I just double click and there you go. Now, as you can see, all the pictures are gonna come with this like license link. We don't need that. So what you need to do is once you copy paste, click outside and now click on the link, and then you can just backspace and delete it. Now for this image, we're gonna put it all the way across. That covers the whole slide. That's gonna be our title page. And now let's go to slide number 2. Now on this slide, this is where we're gonna do our categories and we're gonna do the scores. So for that, we're going to go to Insert and we're going to insert a table. Now click on that and then you're going to see you can create any type of tables with any type of, so so this is a 2x1, 2x2 table. We need to have a 5x6 table. There you go. Because we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories. And for each category, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions. Now, as you can see, this is pretty small. So we need to stretch it so it covers the whole slide. Just make sure. There you go. Perfect. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the text. So for that, we're going to click and you're going to press Shift and the down arrow. Okay, let me do that again. So let's say click on this corner. Now press Shift and you're gonna do the up arrow and the left arrow so you can select them all. So again, so click, then Shift, and then with the arrows, you can select them all. Okay, now let's edit our text, our table. So once you've selected everything, go to Home. And we're going to change the font to, what's it called? Comic Sans. And then we're going to change it to 40. The size is going to be 40. We're going to do bold. And now the first category that I'm going to pick, now for the categories, you're going to pick different categories. You cannot do the same ones I'm doing. You can only do one from the ones I'm doing. But if you did 2, from the ones I'm doing, then no, don't do that. Just you can pick one of the ones I'm gonna do, but the rest you have to think by yourself. So my first category is going to be Harry. So I'm just going to write Harry Potter. The next going to be Star Wars. The next one is going to be, well, what did I say? Oh, Spanish. The next one is going to be Disney. And the last one is going to be animals. So those are my categories. And now here, I'm going to do the points that each question is going to be worth. So the first one is going to be 100. The second one is going to be 200. The third one, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm going to do the same for each category. So 100, 200, 300, oops, 400, 500. Now the same thing here. Oops. And you know what? I think you can just click Shift, down arrow, Control C, and then, oh yeah, you can do that. So perfect. Okay, so the next thing we need to do, we still need to edit. So what we're gonna do is click and drag, select all of them, and we're gonna change the text. So go to Layout, and we're gonna change the text to be centered and, well, middle and then center. So they have to look like this. So remember, layout and then center, and then vertically center the text. Okay, so perfect. Now we have our categories with the scores. Now we're gonna add images to all the categories. So we're gonna do the same with the Jeopardy. So go to Insert, and then Pictures, and then Online Pictures. And then I'm gonna find something for Harry Potter. And I want this one. So double click. And then, as you can see, this photo is by an author is located under blah, 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 blah. So yeah, so we don't need that. So click outside and then click on the text again and then backspace. Oops, click on the edge and then backspace. Now I'm gonna make this fit in this title right there. Okay, now I'm gonna do one for Star Wars. So I go to Insert, Picture, Online Picture, and then Star Wars. And then I just want the main title. And then again, we have that annoying text. So just click outside, then click on the very edge of the text and then backspace. And now you can put this back here. Now my next one is going to be Spanish. So I go to Insert, Picture, Online Pictures. Then I type Spanish. And then I'm going to do this one, Hola. And then there's that annoying text. So click outside, then click back again, delete it, and then make this fit. And then make sure it doesn't get outside of the, there you go. The next one is Disney. So go to Insert, Pictures, Online Pictures, Disney. And then I'm gonna pick this one. You can do double click or just click Insert. And here it is. Oh wow, this one's big. So then, oops. Okay. There you go. So it has that annoying text. Just click on the text, delete, and then make sure it's right. Okay. And then the last one is going to be animals. So then Insert, Picture, Online Pictures, animals. And then I'm going to do that one. Okay. You can do undo. Okay, let's try it again. So make small, and there's that annoying text. So click outside, then click on the text, delete. And there you go. So now I have my categories ready. Now, the next thing you're going to do, and this is the part that is going to take you the longest, is coming up with the questions that you're going to add for all your categories. So if you think about it, you're going to need 5 questions for category 1, 5 questions for category 2, 5 for category 3, 5 more for 4, and 5 more for 5. So at the end of this video, you need to have 25 questions, 5 for each of your categories. So if my category is Harry Potter, so the first 5 questions need to be about Harry Potter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new slide, and I'm going to add this one, click to title. And then I'm just going to add 100 because that's the amount that it's worth. And then here I'm going to add the question. And my question number 1 is, what is the name of Fred and George's joke shop? And then I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Oops, bigger. And then here I'm going to add the answers. So I'm going to do A. So you can have 2 options. A, Weasley Joke Emporium. And B, Weasley's Wizard Wheezies. Okay. So now as you can see, I added the question, and I'm gonna make these bigger. Oops. So what is the name of Fred and George's junk shop? And then here are the answer. Question 1, we don't need those bullet points. Weasley Joke Emporium, Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. Okay, so perfect. So now here we have the first question. We don't need bullet points. Okay, so we have the first question. Now we're gonna do another one, and you can just duplicate, but you need to change it. So this one is gonna be the 200 question. So for the 200, I'm gonna ask, which is not, which of these is not a one of the unforgivable curses? And then you only need to write 2. Cruciatus curse, and the next one is going to be sectum sempra. Okay. And then you're going to do the next one for 300, and then 400, and then 500. And then you have to do the next one for Star Wars. So you're going to have here on this side, you're going to have, you're going to have 25 questions in total. So here, so you're going to have a lot of questions. So yeah, that's going to take you the longest time. So you have to think of questions for each of your categories. So if your category is Disney, then you have to do a category for that. Questions for that. Okay, another important thing is in each of the questions, you're going to add a shape. And the shape that we're going to do is going to be an arrow. It's going to be the arrow right, and we're going to put it right here. And you wonder, what is that about? And then I'll tell you later what's that going to be, what is that going to be for? And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to change the color. So you're going to go to design and then format background, and we're going to do gradient. And then you can change the color. Oh, I want to change the color to all of them. So I'm going to click and select them all, and then gradient, and then all of them need to have a specific color. But yeah, so that's all we're going to do for part 1. And then if you have questions, just let me know, and good luck.